guys! Welcome back to the channel! Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, welcome! And if you are returning viewers, thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you find my content valuable and entertaining. I really appreciate it. So I have a very important topic to share with you today, something that I don't talk about quite often because this is not a finance channel, but there is a reason why I want to talk about it now, and I will explain. You know, in the past few years, we have experienced several outages of the power grid system, whether it was because of severe weather events or just simple human error. And of course, you probably remember what happened in Texas during the winter storm. Well, those events led to people being without power for days, sometimes even longer. And they were not prepared for that. So they were without food, without water, without heat, and some of them without proper medical care. They were actually trying to throw snow off their roofs, trying to dig out of their driveways. You know, just like regular life goes on. But when you're without electricity for such a long time, that becomes a huge problem, especially if you have small children or elderly people in your home. With the increasing frequency of these types of emergencies, natural disasters, extreme weather events, it is worth thinking ahead about how you will be able to survive without electricity for a couple of days. Let's say just a few days. Just a few days without electricity can turn into a nightmare if you are not prepared. And even though I'm not a prepper by any means, I do see value in having certain things on hand, just in case. And if you have them, you can use them on a daily basis. So you are not just stockpiling items in case of an emergency, which many people kind of feel weird about, including myself, because you may feel like, well, I hope I will never need this, but you never know. And with the current situation in Ukraine, with the war going on there, I think it is safe to say that we could potentially see more extreme weather events, more challenges with our food supply chain, disruptions in our daily lives that we are used to. So it makes sense to make sure that we are prepared. So let us talk about the most important things that we should have on hand. And I will include links below so you can check those out. The first thing that comes to mind is water. You know, you should have at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. So whatever your household population is, multiply that by 1 gallon per person per day, and then add a little bit more. Just get a little bit extra just in case. And then consider, where will you store that water? If you live in a multi-level home, keep the water supply in the lower level of your home in case the upper levels cannot be accessed during a disaster. Now, many people may already have bottled water in their home. But if you do not have enough bottled water, or if you want to avoid using plastic bottles, then you may consider getting a large water container like this. This one is 7 gallons, and it is BPA free. It has a spigot on the bottom, and you can put it horizontally or vertically. And it is compact, so it can fit in smaller spaces. Another great thing to have is a portable generator. Of course, you don't need to get anything big. A small portable generator would be great for keeping a few things running in your home. Like, for example, if you have medical equipment that requires electricity, maybe you have a baby monitor. Maybe you need to be able to charge your phone and other small devices. Something like this would work perfectly. Plus, I love the wheels on it, so it makes it easy to move around. Another advantage of having a portable generator is that you can take it with you if you evacuate your home. All right, next up is food. You know, food and water go hand in hand. So, I guess we talked about water first. But in terms of food, you should have at least 3 days worth of non-perishable food for each member of your family. Non-perishable food includes canned goods, peanut butter, dry cereal, crackers, granola bars, nuts, dried fruit, things like that. So here are some great options from Amazon. As you can see, this is a 3-day emergency food supply kit. And the best part is that you don't have to prepare any of it. You can just eat it straight out of the package. There are other options available. Larger quantities, smaller quantities. You can also purchase individual cans of food. You can build your own kit. And another option that I found interesting is the ready-to-eat meals. They last 25 years. So it's a great option if you don't want to deal with canned food, which is obviously not as appealing. So you can just open the package and eat. This is tracked with noodles. So yeah, good stuff. Again, I will leave all of these links in the description box. Flashlights are extremely important to have in your home, especially if you have older members of your family who may not see as well. You want to make sure that they can navigate through your home safely. And if you have younger children, flashlights can also be fun for them. They can play with them. They can use them for various activities. So you can get flashlights for everyone in your home. Everyone should have their own or. You can also get a headlamp, so it frees up your hand. And if you have pets, I actually got this flashlight specifically for my dog walking adventures. So it works great. It has different lighting modes. You can use it as a regular flashlight, and you can also use it as a headlamp, so it clips right onto your hat. So it leaves your hands free, and it is rechargeable. Also, this is a great safety tool. So if you are out late at night, you can use it while walking to make sure that cars can see you. Another great item to have is a battery-powered hand crank radio, so you can receive weather updates and other important information, even if the power is out. And this one is really neat. It has a built-in flashlight. It can run up to 100 hours on a single set of batteries. And it has an auxiliary power port so you can charge your cell phone. I think it's a really good option to have, especially considering the price. Okay, next up, first aid kit. Having a well-stocked first aid kit is crucial in any home, but especially so if you are going to be without electricity for an extended period of time. So you definitely want to have basic supplies on hand, such as bandages, antibiotic ointment, pain relievers, gauze pads, wraps, etc. This kit contains 250 pieces, and it also has a built-in digital thermometer. And if you have larger first aid needs, I will link to a video that I recorded last year with a list of first aid items that we actually used in our home. Some of those items are pretty unique, and you would not think of putting them in your first aid kit. But trust me, they come in handy. A gas-powered or solar-powered camp stove would be useful for cooking and heating water. And this one that I have is actually really compact. It's a butane stove, and it is made by a well-known brand. It is safe, easy to use, and it is portable. So those are some of my suggestions for you. Let me know in the comments below, what else would you add to your list? And if you have experience with any of the items that I mentioned, or you have other items that you would recommend, please share that as well. Lastly, candles and matches. They are essential in case of power outage. They can be used to light a gas stove and also to provide light and warmth. Make sure to place them in a safe location away from flammable materials. And don't forget lighters. Some people like having a lighter rather than I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you back for my next one. And if you have other topics that you would like me to cover, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye for now.